Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star, right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, under the lights.
Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. We are your host. I'm Big Mike, and that's my guy, Jordan. What's up, boy? How you doing?
Chilling. Let's get this sports talk, man. Let's do this, man. Fuck
What?
you talking about, man. Let's go, man.
Damn, you ready to rock and roll today, ain't you, boy? You must have got motherfucking, but something happened. You got some early morning, you know what I mean? And you up wired, my guy. You feel me?
Didn't.
Oh, you did? Damn, it sucks for you, my guy. You feel me?
Yeah.
But man, yeah, you good? How was your weekend, man? You straight?
Oh, yeah, I was all right, man. Played some ball. Went out with Ellen for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No, normal stuff. You know what I'm saying? I actually did some other stuff where I might get some work, so I'm gonna go do some stuff like that, some side work and all that before I start playing soccer. So yeah.
Time to get busy then, huh?
You already know what you dealing with, though.
You know me, man. I'm good, man. I'm here, man. I'm good. If I ain't good, I ain't here. If you see me here, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. You feel me? Watch college football. You know what I mean? Alabama, we lost. You know what I mean? We lost to Tennessee. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of Jalen Milroe. I know his throwing ability is not like that. The Nick Saban era is over. You feel what I'm saying? If Nick Saban is here, we're not losing to fucking Tennessee. Okay? We're not losing to Tennessee. And I think, you know what I mean, once Jalen Milroe, I mean, no disrespect, he's just not a good quarterback to me. He got trouble throwing. His accuracy is terrible. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a runner than he is a thrower, for damn sure. Now, that's one of the guys they're going to be like, hey, you know, you want to switch positions? You know what I mean? They're going to ask him. They're going to ask him whether he agrees or not, but they're going to ask him, do you want to switch positions? Or we want you to do this. I promise you they're going to do that. But Colorado got a dub. My Eagles got a dub. You know what I mean? So it's a great Sunday and a great weekend for me. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. I know the Ravens don't play till Monday night, but we'll get them picks underway in here in a little while. You know what I mean? But for the ones that's watching right now, let me go ahead and stop being disrespectful, and let me go ahead and say y'all to like and subscribe if y'all haven't already. And let hey man, what's that noise in the background?
There's no noise.
No noise? Am I tripping? Am I hearing things?
Unless me scratching.
I'm echoing. What else you got on over there? Nothing? Okay. Maybe. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, for the ones that's watching on YouTube right now, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things Under the Lights. And if you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify right now, please keep listening, keep downloading, you know what I mean? And we appreciate you as well. So, my guy Jordan, I mentioned to you that my squad, I just keep hearing some shit in the background. I'm hearing my voice. That's what I'm hearing, like I'm echoing. Feel me?
I don't hear anything.
I know you don't, but it's coming from it's echoing. I don't know what's going on, but
usually I can hear that too. If you're echoing. Oh no, not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean.
All right, so I mentioned my Philadelphia Eagles won, so we're gonna go ahead and start there. You know what I mean? My Philadelphia Eagles moved to 4-2 after beating the Giants 28-3 at MetLife Stadium yesterday on Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. The question is, were you pleased with the Eagles' performance? And now, obviously, that question is for me, and you can answer after me. I'm going to tell you like this, bro. You know how I am. If it's a team that's not really hitting on nothing, I'm not about to come out here and be jumping up and down, celebrating and shit. I'm just not going to do it. You know what I mean? We beat the Browns last week, and we beat the Giants this week. These are two back-to-back not good teams at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? So 28-3, it should have been worse than that. It should have been worse than that, motherfucker. Hell, we didn't score till, once again, our second week in a row. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about the time that we scored. The fourth possession. Okay? The fourth possession, we didn't get a touchdown. Now, last week we scored on the third possession, which was a field goal. Then a touchdown came after that. But we didn't get, so we got a first touchdown after our fourth possession. Punt. You know what I mean? 28-3, it should have been worse than that. So I'm not coming out here jumping up and down over the victory. Obviously, I'm glad we got the win, but we still haven't scored in the first quarter. We still don't have an opening touchdown drive. Still, you understand what I'm saying? We had trouble blocking from the left side today. Now, obviously, we know the Giants are they lead. I think they still lead the league in sacks because they had four yesterday. So they came in with 26, so that gives them 30 now. Obviously, our left tackle, Jordan Mailata, the blind side, he's out. He's on IR with a hamstring. So we had Fred Johnson over there, and Brian Burns was really just having his way. You know what I mean? Hell, they had 3 sacks in the first freaking quarter. You know what I'm saying? But it was nonstop pressure, couldn't hardly block, you know what I mean? But I knew today was going to be one of those games where we was going to run the ball a lot, or yesterday we was going to run the ball a lot. Back in New York, Saquon Barkley, old team, I knew they was going to try to get him established and things like that. And plus, in the game, we had another backup guard come in the game, you know what I'm saying? So the pass rush with them leading the league in sacks and having, some replacement guys on the line, I kind of knew once the game started and they seen how that was going, it wasn't about to be a whole lot of dropbacks. Jalen Hurts only threw 14 passes, completed 10 of them, 114 yards and a touchdown. And he had 2 rushing touchdowns, off the brotherly shove, whatever the case may be. But he had no turnovers. You feel me? I'm still not impressed with us on third down. We was 0-5 in the first half on third down. Like I said, kept getting sacked, you know what I mean? But the run game, you know what I mean? And it let me know that we can still run the football, you know what I mean, on the defense like that. We can still run the football. And I think maybe it would have been better if Mailata and we didn't have Mekhi Becton, who went out with a concussion during the game, was able to stay in the game. Maybe it would have been better, but Saquon Barkley, 17 carries for 176. Can't be mad at that. He had a long 55-yard run, a 38-yarder, and a 41-yarder. One thing I did like is on that 41-yard drive that he did, 41-yard touchdown the 41-yard run that he did have, that was on a 92-yard drive. So we did drive 92 yards and go get a touchdown. You feel what I'm saying? So I like that, you know what I mean? But as far as the offense, it's still not extra smooth to me. It ain't smooth enough to me right now. To me personally, I feel like we still got a little ways to go. We got a ways to go before we can start clicking and getting everything right. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the third game that the guys are together, whatever the case may be. And keep in mind, Dallas Goedert, he's out, you know what I mean, with an injury as well. So still not all the way whole, but enough today to get the job done. You know what I mean? I'm not overly impressed. If I had to give it a grade on a scale from 1 to 10, you know what I mean, being that this is the Giants, you know what I mean, and me personally, I felt like I said, not scoring, the slow starts is getting on my nerves. The slow starts is not, they're getting on my nerves, bro. I don't like that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like we got to get out to a fast start and keep the foot on the gas. Keep the foot on the gas. So they took out Daniel Jones and us and Jalen Hurts, the starters, with 11:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. If we get off, get off to a fast start, these guys are sitting in the third, at the middle towards the end of the third quarter in the whole fourth. You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like we got to get off to a faster start to get to show that we really about some action. Going punt, and punt against the Giants, the first 3 possessions is just not good. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know Kellen Moore probably still figuring out what he want to do with the offense, how he want to make it work, whatever the case may be. Hurry up. You know what I mean? But like I said, today, you know what I mean, it was one of those days. It wasn't a bunch of passes. It was, it was run heavy. And I mean, we dominated in that. You know what I mean? Even Kenneth Gainwell had 56 yards on 13 carries. You feel me? So I'm glad they held Daniel Jones under 100 yards. That says pretty much. Our passing game is not all of that. You know what I mean? But defense had 8 sacks, only allowed 3 points. So I guess I can look on the bright side. You know what I mean? At least they didn't go out there and give up a bunch of points to a sad team. You know what I mean? Even though I feel 28 points was not enough for us. You know what I'm saying? But happy we got the win. Still got a long way to go to me. You know what I'm saying? I like the little plays that we can make, but I wanted to start early. I wanted to start early and get out to a lead early. This is the Giants, bro. This is the Giants. We cannot be coming out here like this. So glad we got the win, but I'm not overly overly impressed only because them first 3 drives, you did nothing. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys started off slow. I think that's concerning. If trying to get to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So that's quite concerning, to be honest with you. Because when I was watching and I seen, hey, y'all didn't get nothing up until the second damn quarter.
Yeah.
The whole first quarter, no points on the board.
Yep.
And if you're playing a better team, the next team's probably going to give you 14 points on the board.
Yep.
And then you playing catch up from then on, and you don't want Jalen Hurts to be trying to go be Superman, or when you can't run the ball as much now.
Yep.
So that is, I think, something that needs to be sharpened up, or at least try and get touchdowns or put points on the board early, right? You want to put points on the board early. But hey, they carried the ball quite a bit. You know what I mean? Saquon Barkley was balling out. He was balling out in that game, and you wonder why. Because I know something. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but I seen something where they was talking when they was getting rid of him, or they were trying to trade him. I think something about trading him, and they were like, "Yo, they're giving Daniel Jones all this money to hand it off to a running back." I'm like, bro, what kind of organization is this, bro? I'm kind of confused.
But they paid Daniel Jones, but didn't pay Saquon Barkley. Well, you know how they treat running backs, bro. You know how they do that. You know what I mean? But even still, your eye test should tell you, man, do I pay him or do I pay him? You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's like, man, if I pay him and I don't pay him, then we're going to have to start over at quarterback anyway. You know what I mean? Look, I think, me personally, if I'm the Giants organization, I'm keeping somebody like Saquon. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep somebody like Saquon because I know what he could do. You know what I mean? And I just got to try to hit for a quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? So, and they didn't want to pay him. They didn't want to pay him. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
that's just a weird situation there. And I'm just kind of like, yo, why are we not trying to, keep the best players on our team if they're on our team? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get great running backs coming out of there just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's not like Daniel Jones is out there coming out like a CJ Stroud. You know what I'm saying? I think they overrate him. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't shown so much to the point where, we can just not have a great running back on our hands, a dual threat, like a guy that can catch out of the backfield. He can, screen passes, can go north, south, and east, west. Can do pretty much a lot of things, and you're just gonna not pay the man? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But from watching the game, I mean, the Giants are no good at the moment. And it was a game, to be honest with you, in the beginning, and that's kind of worrying as well, because if they scored that touchdown and they didn't call that flag, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't have that pass interference for the offense, right? Because it could have been a different ball game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you would have gave the Giants some
momentum, yeah.
Some momentum, and then things could have been different, but. Also, Devontae Smith, what?
He wasn't really involved today. We're really involved.
Not involved.
No, wasn't involved. The run game,
only two targets.
Yep, the run game was very, very well.
Yeah, it was. But AJ Brown was out there balling out for sure. You know what I'm saying? He had 5 targets. He had 5 targets and 5 catches.
That's our big play. That's our
fishing as a motherfucker. Big play man. Yep. So that was also good. You know what I'm saying? But if you're running 269 yards on the ground, you're in a good situation.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, because that helps you go for everything. Play action now becomes a big situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So then you're gonna have Jalen Hurts coming running out the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have guys downfield, easier guys, tight ends getting open. So I thought it was a decent game. Nothing crazy to think about, because the Giants are terrible.
Yep.
And we got to talk about the Giants. Like, what do we? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see nothing. I see nothing.
Yeah. Ain't nothing,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's nothing going on out there, man. It ain't nothing going on out there in New York. Me personally, I feel sorry for Malik Neighbors, because he's going to be there this is his first season. Well, you're going to be there for your second, third, and your fourth year. And and even still, if y'all don't hit for a quarterback, that don't mean they just going to let you go. They might franchise tag you. He's going to be ready to go. If Malik Neighbors still there, you know what I mean, in his 4th year, and they looking like this, bro, he's going to be ready to go. So they're going to have to make some type of, they're going to have to splash on and hit for a quarterback in the draft or something. Because if not, bro, it ain't like no free agents is saying, hey, I'm coming to New York. No, they're not.
Yeah,
they're not. You feel me? So, I mean, and to go back to my Eagles real quick, man, listen, A.J. Brown, he is our big play. Well, he's a superstar. He's a big play wide receiver. He can make crazy catches. He's probably one of the best deep ball catchers, one of the best one-on-one catchers in all of the National Football League. But I'm ready to see drives put together. It's like, to me, for so far, it's like, yo, if we ain't making this big play over here, I want to see drives put together. We got a 15 here, 8 yard, up 10 here, up 6, 5, 8, 15, 12. I want to see drives put together to let us know we have a complete fucking football team. It just seems like hey, AJ, make that play. Hey, Hurts. Hey, nah. I want to see a team put together, drives and shit, man. And you mentioned play action. Man, we at our best when we can run the football and we can hit you with the play action and make plays in the passing game. That's when we're at our best. You know what I mean? I spoke on that before. You know what I mean? I don't like when Jalen Hurts, he didn't do it today, like drops back for 30 and 40 passes. I don't like that. That's no balance. That's no balance. You feel what I'm saying? So we at our best when we can run the football and play action off that, hit the open man, make the play downfield. But I'm still ready to see drives put together, whole drives, instead of it being like this big play. I know Saquon Barkley's a home run hitter. I know it. But what if we just had Kenneth Gainwell? He's not as fast as Saquon. He's not. So he may not have made the big plays that Saquon had made. You understand what I'm saying? So now we're going to be looking at somebody to make a big play somewhere. I just want to see drives put together. I mean, I like the fact that we can move it, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hitting different parts of the field, moving all downfield, and maybe the big play will come. But it just seems like we living off it's like, man, we don't make this big play, man, it's close. And I just feel like we got to get better. We got a ways to go. You know what I mean? And it's time to go ahead, and I'm glad we had a bye week early. I said that coming into the season. I'm glad we had an early bye week with a new offense and a new defense. Now get the bye week done. Now the rest of the year, it ain't no more breaks until you don't make the playoffs or you lose in the playoffs. It ain't no more breaks. You feel me? So no turnovers, though. No turnovers.
That's important
Once
too.
again.
That's important too. But I think that was I think due to like Jalen Hurts didn't have to do as much.
Only 14 passes.
Because I think when he's doing a lot, where he's asked to do more, I think that's where he's just turnover prone. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you gotta play hero ball, when you gotta do too much. You know what I mean? You get to moving around too much in the pocket. Like he got sacked 4 times a day. Held onto that ball though, and I can see he's putting the emphasis on protecting the football when he's inside the pocket. He ain't in just with one hand no more. It ain't just doing If he in there, he got 2 hands on that ball, and if they coming, he tucking that motherfucker. I see it. You know what I mean? So that's just being mindful of I can't be turning the ball over. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, like I said,
Jalen Hurts, man. Yeah, I just don't know if Jalen Hurts is the guy that's going to be the guy for you guys, man. Like, I don't want to sit here and just say that he's just, like, not the same. I don't want to sit here and be like, he's terrible, because he's not terrible. But my thing is for you, is Jalen Hurts the same guy you think, or is that just one season that he just went, you know what I'm saying, where he had a breakout kind of season and brought you guys to the bowl game, but like that type of play, and he was still turnover prone then. But
no, he only had 7 interceptions.
What about fumbles?
Or 8, something like that.
And what about the fumbles? But
how many did he have that year? I don't remember.
I mean, we can check it up. But so do you think he's that guy, or do you think he's the guy that's been previous or after? You know what I'm saying? Is he that guy that brought you guys to the Super Bowl, or is he that guy after?
This is what I'm going to say. it's hard for me to sit up here and just say automatically he's not the guy. We look at the 2022 Super Bowl year. We see how he looked. That was under a new, different. That was under a different offensive coordinator. He worked well with him. We see what happened last year. Everything went downhill. There was no communication. They was not getting along. They wasn't on the same wavelength. You understand what I'm saying? So now we under a new offensive coordinator again. When you look at quarterbacks, bro, they got a different offensive coordinator every single year like that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work well. So now it's like now you're under a new offensive coordinator, right? So now let's just wait and see. I'm not gonna say he's not the guy. Let's just wait and see how we look once we start clicking. Once we get I'm not saying at the end of the season, but I'm just saying towards the end of the season. Let's just see how we look though. You understand what I'm saying? I can't just say right now, no, he's not the guy. When you see how he looked last year, bro, Brian Johnson, it was terrible. Nick Sirianni was absolutely terrible. Anytime you're a head coach and you're just going to say, you know what, I'm just going to leave it all to him. And I'm going to leave it all to him. You know what I mean? You're not doing something right. You're not. And it's not making it better, you know what I mean, for our team. So let's just, and I'm going to come out here and be honest with you. If we end looking not so good, I'll come out here and say, bro, I just don't think he's the guy, bro. I don't think he's the guy. I'll come out here and tell you, you know what I mean? And I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. For real.
Okay.
For damn sure. Yeah, for damn sure. So, because I'm a guy that I get fed up. And I get fed up with you. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's what. So and listen, 2 games ago, when he had against the Bucks, you know what I mean? And it's like, is this motherfucker gonna stop turning the ball over or what? My fed up was my fed up meter was going up. Oh yeah, it was going up. You understand me? But now you ain't turned the ball over. Clean game. All right, cool. Let's see how you go next week. That's the Browns. It's the Giants. See what we look like next week. You feel what I'm saying? We got the Bengals. You know what I mean? And I know the Bengals, they're a good offensive team. You know what I mean? But they shouldn't be, running all over us. It shouldn't be, it's not like they out here like the number one Russian defense, number one passing defense. So we should go out here and get some money. We should go out here and get money, have a clean game, and come out here and win the game. I don't give a fuck.
The only thing with that one is, we could talk about that when it's time for that. Yeah, because I was gonna say something about because they can put points on the board.
Yeah.
And if they put points on the board, that's gonna force you guys to kind of have to start putting points on the board, and maybe that might cause some type of thing with Hurts, you know what I'm saying? But that can go either way because then you're still if you're moving the ball and you're getting first downs, you know what I'm saying? And if you're good on third down, then you should be all right.
Yeah,
but
I think we'll be fine, and I'll give you a straight up evaluation. You know what I mean? What I think about my quarterback. You know what I mean? Depending on how this season unfolds. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, when you got different offensive coordinators every year, you learn new shit all the time. You know what I mean? It take a minute. Training camp is not enough to just say, all right, let's go. It's just not. Yep. You got to have some time. You got to have that wavelength. You got to have all that shit, bro. So it is what it is, man. All right, so moving on, sticking with the NFL, man, that team in the NFC that was undefeated is no longer. No longer. We're talking about the Minnesota Vikings. The Detroit Lions handed the Minnesota Vikings their first loss of the season with a 31-29 win in Minnesota. Jordan, your boy is Sam Darnold. You said he would have a breakout year. He would have a better year than Saquon. Give me your thoughts on this game, man. Talk to me.
It was a good game. It was a good game. It was an enjoyable game. You know what I mean? I enjoyed watching the game. Detroit's a good team. You know what I mean? They're a really good team. You can see how they came back from being down.
Yeah.
Also, I'm seeing how their running game is very good. You know what I'm saying? They have a two-headed monster back there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If one is not doing well, the other one is. You know what I mean? If it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Their passing game is also elite, right? You know what I'm saying? They got over 280 yards. St. Brown balling out, 8 catches for 112. He was looking good, man. I seen him on the podcast a couple times too, man. He looks like a cool dude. You know what I mean?
Humble.
Yeah, he seems like a real cool dude, bro.
Yep.
So I was impressed with Jared Goff out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for Goff. You know what I mean? Because when they got rid of him to get Stafford, and then he went to Detroit, people were kind of like, what I'm saying? I thought people thought he was okay, but it was just like, yo, you just got Stafford because he's a better quarterback than me, and then he's bringing Detroit Lions to new heights. God damn it!
Yeah. But to
Talk to me.
Matt Stafford's credit,
Talk to me.
what they got out in Detroit right now, that wasn't there. That was none of them knew when Matt Stafford went out to L.A. Super Bowl first year. You know what I mean? So I don't think the Lions are tripping too hard. I mean, not the Lions. I don't think the Rams are tripping too hard about getting rid of Jared Goff for Matt Stafford.
Oh, because they want a ring.
They won the first year they got there. And to keep it honest with you, like look at the Rams now. Cooper and Puka, they out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, but they didn't have all that in Detroit then.
Yeah, I hear you, but you know what I'm saying. Goff still got there. As soon as he got there, they weren't like, he started winning. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was like, as soon as he went there, that changed that whole thing around, man.
Yeah, but you got to go get the pieces to do that, Jordan.
I mean, I hear you, but sometimes you don't need. Sometimes you're not gonna have the greatest of pieces, and you can still get to the playoffs and maybe win on one or two.
That ain't what Detroit was doing. Not when Jared Goff went out there. They wasn't doing. They had to build that. That's why Dan Campbell get a lot of credit. You know what I mean? They wasn't looking the way they was looking right now. At all.
I mean, they weren't looking like how they're looking right now. However,
they didn't even have those pieces, bro. Keep going though.
So hold on. Did Matt Stafford make it to the playoffs while he was at Detroit?
Yeah, a few times he did.
A few times. And then how did he do in the playoffs?
Oh, see, that's what I would have to look up. You know what I mean? I can't remember off the top of my head. You know what I mean? Off the top of my head, though. But all I can say is this: I hear where you trying to go with this. But if you're gonna have to look at what Matt Stafford was working with versus what Jared Goff was working with, you know what I mean? If you telling me that he had the same guys, even though he didn't, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, if that was what it was, you know what I'm saying? And Matt Stafford wasn't getting it done, all right, cool. Matt Stafford wasn't working with. He's working with little to nothing.
I mean, all right, we could talk about that another day. But my thing is in that game, the ending is where my situation, like, it's the same thing that I talked to you about the other day. It's rather you gonna try and be a bit aggressive to get first down so you can kill the game, or you gonna play super conservative and then mess up. They went 3 plays, bro. 3 plays. 6 yards. So the first play, handed off to Aaron Jones or whatever. The second play, another Aaron Jones, then a miss pass. And and it's like, yo, if you get a first down there, that's where you can win the game. That's where you can win the fucking game. It's the same thing that I said a few weeks back. Remember when we were having that conversation about being more aggressive in the with the Bengals and the Ravens. And Joe Burrow and them weren't aggressive. They just went and did 3 plays and tried to kick the ball. But here, instead of that, they punted in it, and that's what ended up them losing the game.
Okay.
Because all they had to do was get a first down. All you got to do is get a couple first downs. And it's not like you weren't able to score on them, because you started to score in the second half. Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings was moving the ball.
Okay.
Was moving the ball downfield with a lot of ease.
Yep.
So why did they not do that when it was the perfect time to do that? So you're too conservative when it's time to actually go win the game. And then this is the result that happens. And that's my issue. So the coaching, for me, that's a coaching issue right then and there. You know what I'm saying? That's a coaching issue right then and there. If we talk about Sam Darnold, man, I thought Sam Darnold wasn't so great in the first half, but second half I thought he played much better, much better. I don't think he's near in terms of being an MVP conversation and all that, but I think he's dropped. But I think he's acquitted himself real well. 5-1. He's still, like, he looked good in the second half, bro. Like he was laying these balls out. He was laying these balls out. He was 22 for 27. It's not like he only missed how many. You know what I'm saying? A QB with a rating of 103.5. That's come on.
Yeah.
Come on now. He wasn't sniffing it. Aaron Jones was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Sam Darnold was also rushing that ball, getting out of the pocket when necessary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was also laying it out to Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? He was laying it out to all them boys, man. You know, Addison, he had one big long one, a 51-yarder. I mean, I know you seen that one. I know you
Yes.
seen that one as
Yeah.
a clutch throw as well.
Yeah.
Like, this was just a great game. I just thought that at the end of the game they could have managed that a bit better in order to win that football game.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't do that.
Okay.
And they didn't do that.
Well, for me, before I go, I just wanted to bring up, you know what I mean, some of the guys that are here now that were not here when Matt Stafford was in Detroit his last year, you know what I mean? We're looking at, Jared Goff his first year. Now we're looking at his running back is DeAndre Swift. You know, DeAndre Swift never had a 1,000-yard rushing season when he was in Detroit. He got his first 1,000-yard rushing season with us last season. And I think he was nicked up a little bit too as well. Amon St. Brown, I think this was his rookie year, if I'm not mistaken. Amon St. Brown. And then you got Tyrell Williams, you know what I mean? Wasn't really hitting on nothing. You got Khalif Raymond, ain't hitting on nothing. TJ Hawkinson, that damn sure ain't Sam Laporta, you understand me? So, I mean, like I said, that two-headed monster that we talking about with Gibbs and Montgomery, this is when Montgomery was in Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? Jahmyr Gibbs, he was in college, you feel me? So, or going to college or some shit like that, you know what I mean? So, the teams were totally different. The weapons and all of that were at a totally different level. But
you're missing one big piece, though.
Who that?
On Detroit.
Who that?
Come on, man.
Aiden Hutchinson?
We played with him in dorms, in the dorm rooms.
Okay, you talking about one person, Jordan. You're talking about one person. Calvin Johnson.
I know.
No. Calvin Johnson wasn't there at that time. He wasn't there at that time. You talking about early? You talking about early times when Detroit? It was Matt Stafford and it was Calvin Johnson. Ain't nobody doing nothing with that, bro. You can have Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford all you want to. You're not making no playoff run when you can't run the football, you can't play defense, and all you got is they was guarding Calvin Johnson with two dudes. How many games you think they're going to win with that, bro? If you expecting a quarterback to go out there with Calvin Johnson and you know what I mean, being Matt Stafford and go out there and do damage, good luck. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. You feel me? At all whatsoever.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a,
bro.
I mean,
Listen,
I hear you.
They never had a squad in Detroit, bro. I'm not even about to argue with you on that. They didn't have no squads in Detroit. If you want to argue it, you go ahead. I'll sit here and let you go. But if you don't know that Detroit didn't have no squads to do nothing,
it's not. I don't think it's not about not having a squad. It's not about just not having a squad. Sometimes you have, if you have a weapon and you have because sometimes during that time, if I'm not mistaken, like he had a good enough chance to do it, but he did not play well as well. It wasn't just about, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as we have to talk about him not playing well as well, because it's not just a one-way thing. It's not just a one-way thing, and I'm gonna dive more into it, and we can have the conversation because I'm gonna really dive into that, and then we can have the conversation.
Listen, me personally, I don't want to have a conversation, but I will with you if you want to because they wasn't working with nothing. I don't care. That ain't enough. It's not enough to go out there and beat NFL team when they can. It's not. It ain't. But me personally, like I said, the Lions, they look like the Lions. They look like the Lions, like they've been looking all year long. You know what I mean? Tough, aggressive, physical. You know what I mean? They can beat you in a multitude of ways. They can run it heavily. They can pass it. They got weapons. You got Amon St. Brown. You got Jameson Williams. You got Sam Laporta. You got Jahmyr Gibbs who can come out the backfield as well. They can beat you with their defense. You know what I'm saying? And even without Aiden Hutchinson, the sack leader, who was the sack leader, you know, leading up to last week or whatever, they still have 4 sacks. Remember I told you they got the blitz packages. They can still put pressure on you even without Aiden Hutchinson. I think it would have been worse if he was there. You feel what I'm saying? Put the pressure on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold didn't have a bad game. You know what I mean? He was 22, like you said, 22 or 27 is not bad. 259 in the touchdown. He had the interception. You know what I mean? That was early on in the game, whatever the case may be. And they was driving downfield at that time. You know what I mean? I think maybe they could have scored. Maybe. Who knows? You feel me? But that was in the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. But Jared Goff, bro. Jared Goff, he looks phenomenal. He looks phenomenal. These past few weeks, he's 80% completion percentage. And also in these past 3 weeks, he's got 7 touchdowns and no interceptions, no turnovers. The Lions, to me, in the first half, controlled the football game. In the second half, it seemed like Minnesota was kind of more so in control. But Goff, he was great against the blitz, completing passes against the blitz. They can play up. well, and when they down, they can still play down, as you mentioned. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, the score was 28-23 when Montgomery fumbled that football. When he hardly ever fumbles. He hardly ever fumbles. You feel me? I can't remember the last time I seen David Montgomery fumble. But when he fumbled that football, it was 5:50 left in the fourth quarter. They returned it for a touchdown. I know you was watching it, and they went up 29-28. Both teams, next possessions, they both punted. Jared Goff, the last possession that he had, drove him downfield, making throws. Like I said, he was making throws early in the game and making throws late in the game, especially when it was needed most, especially on this last drive when he had 8 plays, 44 yards, set him up for a 44-yard field goal. The rest is history. It was 15 seconds left to go after that. I'm not going to do too much with that. You understand what I'm saying? But the Lions look good. They still look powerful. You know what I mean? And like I said before, I think they are the best team in the NFC, even though Minnesota was undefeated. Remember I said that? I think they still like the best team in the NFC, and they're looking like they're the team that's going to go represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. That's what it's looking like right now. That's what it's looking like right now. Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely looking good right now.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with you.
I wouldn't. I'm not. They look like the team in the NFC right now that's going to go represent the National Football Conference in the Super Bowl. That's what they look like right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we know they got the Vikings again later on in the year. You know what I'm saying? They got the Vikings again. Let me look at their schedule. You know what I mean? Let me look at their schedule again right here. I got it right here. I know they got the Vikings. Oh, wait a minute. I know they got the Vikings again, right? Let's see. So next game they got Tennessee at home, and then they go to Green Bay. They go to Houston. They at home against Jacksonville. They go to Indy. They go to home against Chicago, home against Green Bay, home against the Buffalo Bills, at Chicago, at San Francisco, and then their last home game is against Minnesota. You feel me? And remember I told you, bro, this season is I ain't gonna say it's it wasn't purposely done. Obviously, you can't purposely do this, but it's set up well for Detroit. They got 17 games, 14 of them are indoors.
Yeah, we're talking about that for sure. Yep.
So, man, listen. They have a very, very, as powerful as they are, a very, very good chance, you know what I mean, to end the season on a high note, being that they got indoor games and shit like that, bro. So they look very powerful. They look like they can go represent the NFC.
They can score the football, man. But what's concerning is that you don't want people to be scoring damn near 30 points on you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
they definitely gonna have to tighten up. I know what's his name is gone. And they might need to go make a trade, maybe go get Crosby, go get some other.
But Jordan, this is not 30 points or 29 points from a team that's not legit. This is from a team that's legit. The Vikings are legit. They're a legit squad. You feel me? So them scoring the 29. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. And listen, keep in mind, David Montgomery, he fumbled that joint. They got a fumble return. You know what I mean? So technically, you know what I mean? The defense only gave up, 22 points. That's still damn good for a team like you going against the Lions, who was hot, who got weapons out there too. You know what I mean? So, but I think that's okay. You know what I mean? They pulled out the win, but they showed you they can fight down and, you know what I mean, and come back and fight through adversity even after that fumble. You feel me? So, more power to them. They look real good. They look powerful, bro. So
yeah, I know. But my thing is when you have a team and you go down early, and then you know what I'm saying, a team that can run the football. So say they go down against y'all, and you guys are running the football, killing that clock, and putting points on the board. That's gonna be a bit different for you now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
course.
saying? Like if you go up against the Ravens, you go down 10, 15, 14, nothing. Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Yeah, but that's not what happened though. You feel me?
No, I know that, but I'm saying that's something that's a bit worrying because I mean, as much as like what that's what we're here to talk about. I'm not going to sit here and just be like, oh yeah, it's okay that they gave up 30 fucking points. I'm not going to do that.
Listen. At the end of the day, how am I going to kill a team for giving up 29 and that team is legit? They're legit. We were just sitting up here glossing. I'm not glossing, but giving them props. How good Sam Darnold look in that offense? How good they look? Things like that. You feel me? So I mean. Yeah, but
I'm saying this. If they're not better defensively, they ain't going to the Super Bowl. I put it on
Jordan,
my mama.
That's one team.
Detroit ain't going to the Super Bowl.
Jordan, that's one team who put 30 on them, right?
I got Detroit 29. Not going to the Super Bowl, bro.
So because you seen Minnesota put 29 points up. That's your conclusion. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
What I'm saying is them losing one of their better players defensively. That's going to be a bigger issue than what we think it is. Because
you talking about Aiden Hutchinson?
Yeah, if they can't put pressure on the quarterback, especially maybe on a better quarterback, not Sam Darnold, man. I mean, I know Sam Darnold's nice now, but say they go and play a better team than that, or a better quarterback. Like they go play a Kansas City, or they go play a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, or somebody along that class. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they're just going to be able to go and stop those boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to be able to stop them.
But
Detroit, a lot of Detroit too, because Detroit's just they can't win for nothing.
But they bring pressure. Even the greatest quarterback, you get pressure on them, they get happy feet. What are you talking about? If they go against this quarterback, if
they go against Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, if they're going to allow these boys to put points on the board against those type of teams, I don't think they're going to be able to beat them. That's my prediction. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Detroit Lions are going to. You know how you said they're going to be the team. I don't think they are. Not them.
But Jordan, you went off one game. You can't say off one game.
No, I'm not going off. This is a game that I'm obviously saying something, and now I'm coming up with my conclusion. But then at the end of the season, we're just going to be able to find out. But I'm saying because of that big loss, you know what I'm saying? Because of that big loss, and they do have somewhat high scoring games, if I'm not mistaken. It's not like it's just like my Baltimore Ravens. We can't if we're going to continue to I don't want to go on and win games. We're having to outscore a team 41 to 38, 35. That's not sustainable. I need us to get stops, bro. I need us to get stops.
So, okay, before we move on, are you who else? You basically, what other games did they have that was so high? Off the top of I can't remember. You know what I mean? Was it anybody else dropped 29 on them? Because for 3 weeks in a row, they only gave up 30 points. We're talking about just
the Seahawks. Just the Seahawks.
Just the Seahawks. Okay. What I just said, I'm thinking about
the Buccaneers. They did well against the Buccaneers. The Rams is not good.
I think they only gave up 20. They only gave up like 21 against the Bucks, right?
Yeah, the Bucks only gave up. No, the Bucks they beat them they lost to the Bucks.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals. The Cardinals, no good. The Cowboys, no good. Seahawks, you see how they're struggling now, but they're a decent team. I don't want to say they're horrible because, my boy Gino. And then you got the Rams, who's terrible. They're not nothing to sniff up now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're out here beating up these teams. When they go play a team now, I want to against C.J. Stroud. Let's go against Jordan Love. Now we're going to see when they go and play the Bills and even the 49ers to some degree when they get their players back.
They already beat them. They beat them.
When they get their players back.
They beat them with everybody out there except C-Mac.
Beat who?
They beat them with everybody out there except C-Mac.
When was this?
Didn't they play didn't they? Oh, I'm thinking about the Vikings. No, my fault.
Yeah, so the teams that they're playing, you know what I'm saying? I'm making the argument that when they play a team that has, a great quarterback out there and they're going to put points on the board on them, are they going to be able to
listen, bro. What you doing is saying just because this team did this, the other team gonna do it. That ain't like that, bro. It don't go like that. Styles make fights, bro. It don't mean that. But I hear what you're saying.
Because of the guy that's gone, though. That guy that is gone.
Yeah, but it's a big miss. It is. I said that on the last show. I said that. That's obvious, though. That's stating the obvious. We already know that. Aiden Hutchinson is real deal. We already know that. But they were still able to get 4 sacks and put a lot of pressure on the QB today. And pressure on the QB is pressure on the QB, no matter who it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like if they can still get there, I think they still are primed and ready to go. That's what I feel. Even without Aiden, I think so.
I'm not there, bro.
All right. That's cool. All right. So moving on, man. Sticking with the NFL. So there's only one team that remains unbeaten, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. They are now 6-0. They knocked off the 49ers, who fall to 3-4 on the season after a 28-18 loss out there in the Bay. People were saying this was a Super Bowl rematch. You know what I mean? And I told you, when we lost in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, and then beat them the next season in the regular season, I was like, hell yeah, we got our rematch. We got our payback. And instantly, a second later, I was like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. They beat us in the Super Bowl for the ring, and we beat them in a regular season game. Voila. You know what I mean? So, but they calling it the Super Bowl rematch, whatever the case may be. So with the Chiefs being, 6-0, the only remaining unbeaten team, you know what I mean, undefeated team, do you think this Chiefs team is the best team in the NFL? Want me to take it?
Yeah, you can go. I mean,
you know what this remind me of, Jordan? You know how you watch college football, right? And you got a team that's number one. They got that one by their name. You feel me? But they go out there, they might get a win, but it's an ugly win. And sometimes they might drop down after that. They might drop down to 2 or 3 because the second or third team had a better performance and they bumped up to number one. You feel what I'm saying? This is kind of what this feel like to me with the Chiefs. We already know the Chiefs are not playing team football like the Chiefs normally play. The defense of the Chiefs is basically leading them throughout this game, throughout this season so far. Something that we haven't seen because we've been seeing this been offensive. Now we know the defense can always step up, but I'm just saying we're seeing more defensive plays than we're seeing offensive plays.
That's a fucking fact.
You look at yesterday's game. Pat Mahomes was 16 of 27 for 154 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Now let me add some context to them interceptions because that's what I like to do. One interception, tip pass at the line of scrimmage. All right, cool. It's up for grabs. Motherfucker took it. That second one to Xavier Worthy had his man beat. He was behind his receiver. He was behind the corner. He just fell on the route. And Diamond Lenore got an easy interception. So I don't want to make it seem like this game right here, he was just throwing it out there to the other team. I don't want to make it seem like that. Just for this game. Now, it does say a lot that he has more interceptions than touchdowns. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about this game right here. You feel what I'm saying? And you look at, you know what I mean, like I said, how they struggling offensively, but it's always somebody that make a play somewhere. Now, granted, today, Pat Mahomes was doing his thing, you know what I mean, extending the play, you know what I mean, didn't throw for a bunch of yards, but he extended the play. He made necessary plays to go out there and win the game. You seen the 33-yard scramble that he had that almost went for a touchdown. You see how he evades the pressure in the pocket and go run for a first down. And I never understand what quarterbacks is 10 yards downfield and they faking a throw while a defender jumps at it. I never understood that. He's 10 yards downfield. He's not throwing the ball, bro. He's not throwing the fucking football. You feel me? But and on top of that, you know what I mean, on that scramble, that 33-yard scramble, he finished that drive on the 4th down as well and ran it in for a touchdown and absolutely ran completely over the safety Mustafa from the San Francisco 49ers. You understand what I'm saying? Both teams had injuries coming into the game, and players went out during the game for the Chiefs and for the 49ers. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just looking at the Chiefs as we know them. You know what I mean? And I ain't going off of last year, or the year before that. I'm talking about right fucking now. No. The Chiefs are – I ain't talking about what they can do. Well, they always make plays when it come down time to it. Oh, they always – no, that's fine. How they look right now. No, they don't look like the best team. Absolutely not. And I don't think – huh?
Who does?
Man, listen, I told you last week that Baltimore was the most powerful team. That's what I told you. I don't think they look better than Baltimore. They don't look better than Detroit. They don't look better than the fucking Vikings. You understand what I'm saying? They don't. So I can take multiple teams above them. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not here to debate who the number one team is. I'm just here to say that the Chiefs are not the best team in the NFL just because they 6-0. Just like I thought the Minnesota Vikings was not the best team in the NFC, even though they was 5-0. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're the best team in the NFL. Me personally, as a toss-up, like I said, I would take the Baltimore Ravens and then the Lions, you know what I mean? Or if you want to Lions, Ravens, I'm not going to argue with nobody. They that close. And remember I told you, Aiden Hutchinson being out, that's why I put Baltimore above the Lions as far as most powerful. That's why, you know what I mean? But I can also look at the performance yesterday. It's like, man, look like they ain't miss a beat. You understand? I know Aiden Hutchinson is big time, and he is big time, and maybe it'll affect them later on down the line. Maybe it will. But right now, they still look like that team. You know what I mean? So I could easily say, shit, nah, Lions number 1, Baltimore second. You know what I mean? So, but I know the Chiefs ain't better than both of them. To me, how they look right now. I know they beat the Ravens, but right now, They don't look better than them or the Lions. So no, they're not the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, it's difficult, man. It's difficult to kind of talk about who's if Kansas City is the best team in the.
What's your eye test tell you? What's your eye test tell you?
Yeah, with the eye test, it's telling me that they're a great defensive team, man.
No, for sure. That's
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like you can't run on these niggas, man. You see what I'm saying? And if you can't run the ball on them niggas, it makes you what?
One-dimensional.
One-dimensional.
Yep.
Yes. So it's like,
And you do not want to be one-dimensional against Steve Spagnuolo. Oh, you do not
you know
want to do
what I
that.
mean? And it's crazy because it's crazy to say something like you're winning despite Mahomes and his turnover issue. But I think the reason why I can say Kansas City is still the best team is because of that defense, and they got the best coach, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And just knowing that no matter what in all these games, they find a way to win the game. Whether they're turning over the football, whether they have to score a lot of points, whether it's a low scoring game. You know what I mean? It's showing me that they can win kind of any type of game. But what's consistent with them is that defensively they're great, bro.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to change tune and just say Baltimore, or you know what I'm saying. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to be honest. But when I'm looking at Baltimore and then I'm looking at Kansas City and how they're playing against different teams, I'm seeing Baltimore looks better offensively, but they don't look better defensively.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And Kansas City looks great defensively, but offensively, don't get it twisted though. Guys get open, they make plays over there. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, Mahomes will have a moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really like him. But I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna still say the Kansas City Chiefs because of the defensive work that they're doing each and every week. And Andy Reid and his play calling, and they're winning in any type of way.
Okay.
And that's why they beat good teams. Not like they haven't beat good teams.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to check out. Let me check out who they've beaten so this can stand corrected. The Falcons, decent team. The Ravens, decent team. And the 49ers they beat. Which the 49ers, because they're beat up right now. They're beat up big time. Yeah, I mean, their schedule's been whatever. It's been whatever, to be honest with you. But they're good defensively, man. 20 points, 25 points, 17, 10, 13, 18. Yeah, man, I can't. So I'm gonna go with Kansas City on this one, man.
Look,
That's
cool. That's cool. Listen, like I said, I'm looking at, and I'm with you. I'm looking at the run game, the pass game, and I know their defense is stout. You feel me? But man, I'm going off of how they look. You feel me? And I'm sorry, I got to take, and that don't mean that they can't go in the playoffs and beat you. You know what I'm saying? But right now, through these first 6-7 weeks, bro, I can't do it. You know what I mean? But hey, I ain't gonna argue with you too much. You know what I mean? It's not too much of an argument, debate thing with me on that topic. You know what I mean? But that's right now. I'm taking the Lions or Baltimore over them right now. Period. Because just how Baltimore can run the football and they can pass the football. They can if Lamar Jackson out here right now with 154 yards this season, I promise you, D. Henry got over 100 yards rushing. You know what I mean? And Lamar might have 60, 70 yards rushing, or somebody else picking up some rushing yards too. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. I think if Baltimore is out there today, bro, they hang 40 on the Niners. 40.
Yeah.
40 on the Niners. Facts.
I wonder what Twan got to say about that.
Twan ain't, anytime the Niners lose, he obviously nobody likes when their team lose, you know what I mean? But Brock Purdy, man, and listen, I was listening to obviously I watched the game, you watched the game too. Was listening to and I was saying some of the same shit that Tom Brady was saying, and Twan called me a hater. I told Twan about Brock Purdy, you know what I mean, throwing the ball in the dirt on third down. You know what I mean? You inaccurate with the ball, throwing the ball in double coverage and shit like that. You feel me? And he told me I was a hater. Well, Tom Brady came out and said the same old shit because that's how he was looking today. Just wasn't looking that good. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, and I know they beat up. The Chiefs is beat up too. They beat the fuck up too. You feel me?
Niggas be taking niggas off the couch.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know both teams is beat up, but shit, they was losing players in the game too. You know what I mean? I think maybe on both sides probably, but yeah, bro, yeah. He get mad at me when he think I hate on Brock Purdy type shit. No, I don't. I was telling you the facts. This is what he be doing. You feel what I'm saying? 3 interceptions today. He throwing it to the other team. It wasn't no accident. You know what I mean? You throwing it to the other team, playboy. You feel me? So, but hey,
yeah, Purdy definitely didn't have a great one today.
Yeah, I mean,
he didn't have a great one today.
No, and so, but like you said, shout out to the Chiefs. You know what I mean? But they was able to keep the 49ers on the field as well. You know what I mean? With their offense today, you know what I mean? They had them on their heels and shit. So they did what they needed to do to get a dub. You know what I mean? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't great. You know what I mean? And like I said, somebody always making a play. McCole Hardman. He came down with the big punt return to put him in position. You know what I mean? So it's always somebody somewhere to come, to do something for him. So, but even still, I'll take Lions or Baltimore over them right now. Right now.
Yeah. I won't be mad at you saying the Lions or anything. It's just our defense is so bad, but we're offensively, man.
I told you about saying that, man. All them shits is empty stats, bro. They empty, bro. All right, man. All right.
It's not.
All right, man.
I'm telling you, our pass defense is one of the worst in the league, man. I'm not joking around. We lost 2 games because of that, man.
They're one-dimensional, that's why.
Who is?
37 passing attempts for 275 yards a game. It's not a winning formula. And
but we've gotten beat.
Jordan,
our
listen,
pass defense is terrible.
You got beat early on, the first 2 weeks. You're on
and we could have lost to the Bengals.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. You're on a 4-game win streak, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad, bro.
I know that it's not that bad, but that's not good for the long term of things. If we can't have anyone with a good receiving core is busting our ass, bro. And if they're busting our ass, they're putting pressure on our offense. And if putting pressure on our offense, that means it's gonna mess us up, meaning with our balance. Because you can't just always run the ball and then play action and have different types of movement and actions coming off it with Justice Hill, with or Derrick Henry, with our wideouts, with Zay Flowers, with Likely, with all types of different movements. We're not gonna be able to do that. We're gonna have to be a one-dimensional team if we let other people put points on the board so easily.
Y'all gonna shut the run game down, make them niggas pass the ball, pass happy. You know what I mean? And when y'all get that,
they're gonna score when they do that.
When y'all get that ball, y'all gonna take that top because y'all still got players to go out there and get stops, bro. I think you panicking right now. Slow down. It's not that bad, bro. I'm trying to. It's not that. We gonna see how the season unfold. Watch.
I mean, I told you that we going to the bowl game, but I'm not. To be honest with you, if this pass defense continues to be like this, it's gonna be a long one, man. We gotta fix this shit, bro.
Right.
To be honest with you, if we continue to be terrible in the pass game, we're not gonna make it to the bowl game, bro. We're not gonna make it to the bowl game.
All right.
And I'm being honest. You know me, I would just talk some shit and be like, "We gonna make it to the bowl game." Fuck it, nigga. We ain't gonna make it to the bowl game if we continue to fucking let this happen, man.
Well, I hear you, man. At least listen. You see how my defense was last year. You know what I mean? So it was third worst. So I mean. I'm hear you. I'm with you. You know what I mean? You can't. Hey, tell Lamar, go out there, score every drive. That's what they wanted Jalen Hurts to do. Don't be perfect, nigga. Score every single drive.
Might be able to do something like that.
Well, yeah. Well, damn it, do it. Because they showed what they go score with that sorry ass defense. And we were sorry on both ends, rushing defense and passing defense last year. It was bad. Your grandma could have came in there and got some fucking yards and scored a touchdown. Yeah, you feel me? But
fucking ICU, nigga. But keep going.
Hey, look. Listen, she probably been ICU from hitting the ground, not from us hitting last year because we wasn't tackling no damn body. But let's stick with the NFL, man. Hey, so Russell Wilson made his first start in his debut with the Pittsburgh Steelers last night on Sunday Night Football against the New York Jets. Now, we know the New York Jets acquired Devontae Adams a few days ago, earlier this week. Excuse me. And we also talked about Amari Cooper, going to the Bills and things like that. But the Steelers got a dub last night in Russell Wilson's first start with the Steelers, 37-15 in Pittsburgh. You feel me? Well, the question is this: do you think Devontae Adams will regret going to the New York Giants? And obviously, if you want to talk about the game, about what you've seen in the game, that's fine too. But I'm just adding, that's the real question. Do you think he will regret, getting traded to the New York Jets? Because that was his number one option. That was his number one destination. You feel me? But you want to go? You want me to go?
I mean, you already know how I think about the Jets, but you can go. You already know how I feel about the Jets, bro.
Right. So this is what I'm gonna say. Only way he's gonna regret it. I mean, did you regret going to Las Vegas with Derek fucking Carr?
Okay.
Did you regret that? You know what I mean? Okay. So how you gonna regret going to New York? You know what I mean? That was a dumb decision. You know what I mean? And maybe New York turns out to be a dumb decision. Who knows? You feel what I'm saying? But I think with the decision that he made to go play with Derek Carr, you know what I mean? And he was okay with it. I don't think he's gonna regret it because he's with his boy. You know what I mean? That's me. Now, should he regret it? From the looks of it, I mean, it's one game together. It looks like they should, but it's one game. Let's see how they look when they get him involved in the offense. You feel involved in the offense, and they can get some, it ain't just A-Rod and Devontae Adams. It's A-Rod, it's Devontae, it's Garrett Wilson, it's everybody else too. You know what I mean? Now, if you're looking at the game, I mean, it started out okay. You know what I mean? I didn't like the fact that Breece Hall had more receptions than all the damn receivers on New York. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was just, chucking it down to Breece Hall, and maybe that was, they don't know, maybe guys wasn't open or whatever the case may be. You feel me? But it doesn't look, from the first game, it just doesn't look like it's going to be like, what we've seen in the past. And I don't know if that's fair to say it like that, being that it is the first game. You feel what I'm saying? But I thought when you get rid of your head coach, and you bring Devontae in here, we're expecting to start seeing some dubs. And you got slapped by 22 points. Yep. You got slapped. You know what I mean? Yep. Now to the Jets' credit, defensively, to their credit, they all damn near lose. They lost damn near all their DBs except Sauce Gardner. You know what I mean? So I mean, DJ.
But the front was fine. The front
for sure. The front was fine. You know what I mean? But the plays made downfield. Yeah, I'm not making no excuse for them because the passing game, you know what I mean, was terrible for them. And even in the run game, Najee Harris was doing what he wanted to do. But that's what wears. You got a guy like Najee Harris, bro, who can run that ball, and you got Jalen Warren who can run that rock. And even though Jalen Warren is a smaller guy, that boy physical. You feel me? And Najee Harris, 6'1", 240 plus, physical. I think that wore on them throughout the game. You know what I mean? Defensively. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, bro, the Devontae Adams, even on the first play, I don't know if that was Aaron Rodgers' fault or Devontae Adams' fault. But that ball that he threw, he sure did drop it. But I know he had to reach for it as well. You know what I mean? So maybe that's still accuracy issues we've seen from Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. You feel me? But in order for me to say, he will regret it, you know what I mean? It's like, let's just see how it's going to look, you know what I mean, when he get in the offense. Let's just see.
But make a thing now. If you had to say, is he going to regret it, yes or no? Which one are you going to lean towards, my nigga?
I'm going to say no, because I just told you, you went with Derek Carr. Happily, with that organization. Now you out here with a better organization. How you going to regret it? You already made the ultimate decision. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this decision is obviously better than the situation you were in. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't think he's going to regret it. You know what I mean? But this is what I want to say, though. I'm watching the Steelers, bro. Did Russell Wilson do anything spectacular?
Come on, man.
No. I'm asking. Was it anything spectacular that Justin Fields couldn't have went out here and done?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
Throwing balls.
Joe, he's been throwing the ball good this season.
No, it's not about just throwing. It's being able to have that touch
Bro,
pass.
don't listen.
Touch
Don't talk to
passes,
me about touch.
Justin Field and Russell Wilson are not in the same category in throwing the football.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But listen, listen, bro. That fucking throw to George Pickens was short as hell. It hit the defender on the back, and then George Pickens caught the pass.
Now, what about the other one?
What's one?
There was another one where he lobbed that bitch up
And listen, and Justin Fields has made throws to George Pickens like that this season. He's made throws like that. I'm just saying, what was so? You can go back and watch the film yourself. Go back and watch it. Please go.
I'll watch him.
Please do. He has made throws like that to him this season. He has. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I mean, damn. His job is gone just like that. What was so special about tonight? Because to me, I feel like you take a dimension away from the Steelers. Now you don't have no RPO threat now. And then some of them plays, you know what I mean? Some of them plays, early on, Justin Fields, he'd have took off on that motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
So,
correct,
I mean, I just feel like you take a dimension away from the Steelers offense when you take out Justin Fields for Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? He don't move like that. You feel me? Is he a better thrower of the football? Yeah, he is. But it ain't like Justin Fields is out here just mucking it up. You know what I mean? So, look, I don't think he did nothing special tonight that Justin Fields couldn't have done. And they still would have went out here and got a dub. They wasn't going to lose this game with Russell Wilson or with Justin Fields in the lineup. You see how they was running that football, dog? They was doing what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? And Justin Fields could have made them exact throws that Russell Wilson made. That's a fact. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. But to go to Devontae Adams before we talk about the Justin Fields and Wilson thing.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams left and went over to Oakland, right?
Las Vegas.
Yeah, to Las Vegas. And they had Carr, right? Their Carr.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the decision that he made, right? So, and he's made the decision to put the Jets as one of his options.
Top option.
Right? Yeah. And he went there. So now the question is he going to regret it? Because depending on how Aaron Rodgers is. And I told you before, Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to say it again, he is not the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is not the same guy. Mm-hmm. So if he is not
we both said that, though. We both said that. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah, if he's not the same guy. No, because some people think that he's going to be like, he's still the same guy that he is, or at least a little bit, a fraction of the guy, or, you know, at least they say if he's 100% Green Bay, then he's like 80%, you know, when he gets back into the swing of things.
Okay.
He's not playing anything like he was. The Jets is just not that good of a football team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They have the good piece because before when they were in Green Bay, you was talking about if he goes to the Jets have all the pieces in the world, man. Mm-hmm. Now you have all the pieces in the world, plus Devontae Adams.
Yep.
And if you continue to play like this, or not play bad, or let's say don't play at the level that we think or assume that you have, then you damn right he's going to regret it, because he's going to be like, oh, I thought that this nigga was, you know what I'm saying? And if he ain't getting the ball a lot of times, if he ain't doing the same things that he was doing before, because, you know, all wide receivers are kind of divas. They want the ball. And what happened?
You said that, okay, so you said that you think he will regret it.
I think that he's going to regret it because Aaron Rodgers and the Jets is not as good as we think they are. Simple and plain.
Okay, so, you don't think that he's seen Aaron Rodgers playing, and you don't think that, you know, maybe Devontae Adams thinks that he is still that guy, and maybe all he needs is, I'm going from Devontae Adams' mind now. Maybe he thinks he's the guy to get Aaron Rodgers back on the wavelength.
So, I think did he think that'll get with Derek Carr? Do you think the same?
Maybe, man, going out there, you had to think you was something. I ain't going to no motherfucking Derek Carr. Okay? You're going to have to let me tell you something. Put an AK-47 in my head and tell me to go to Derek Carr. Go ahead and get the funeral ready. Get it ready. What am I going? I'm going to go out there and get killed anyway. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and do what you got to do. I'm not going out there, bro, but I'm just saying, like, maybe he like, nah, he still got it. He been watching Aaron Rodgers. He been watching this.
If the thing is, then what are we seeing? Because with our eyes, like I said before, when you're watching Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't look like the same guy.
Listen, we know that, right? We know that. But this is also the same Devontae Adams who thought he was going to work with Derek Carr.
And then he wanted out of there.
Right,
so
but,
when they start losing and they continue to lose, and, and Aaron Rodgers is not that same guy, he's going to want the same thing again.
But listen, look at the Raiders organization versus the Jets organization, right? Who got a higher ceiling? We're talking about the
Jets,
right?
But okay.
Go ahead.
The thing is, if you're going to say in comparison to what he was at before, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not comparing like, oh, I shouldn't have left there. No, he's going there thinking that he's going to be in a better situation. Mm-hmm. But when realistically, they're going to be just as bad as fucking Las Vegas.
I don't think they're going to be as bad as Vegas.
Well, let me tell you something. Las Vegas, what are they? 2 and something? They the same.
Yeah, they're the same right now. Record. Hey, look. Can we? Am I wrong to say? Let's just give him a little more time. Talking about Devontae Adams.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong to say that.
Because this is. I mean, he's been there for 3-4 days. You know what I mean? 5 days or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I mean, let's just now.
But they run out of time.
Oh, they
lose a couple more games.
Yeah. Oh, listen. Oh yeah, I'm with you. I ain't about to argue with you on that one.
Kicking, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time's ticking, my nigga.
It is. Now listen. Maybe they'll catch some flow against the Patriots next week. Maybe.
Maybe. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So that'll be a whole week of studying. You know what I mean? And then boom, if you go out there and get a win, all right, cool. Now you got a whole nother week. Then you prepare for the Texans at home on Thursday.
Oh fuck! If they go and they lose to the Patriots, abandon shit, my nigga. Because then if they go to Houston, my nigga. If they fucking go to Houston,
it's in New York.
Oh, they gonna go play Houston? My guy, I don't know about this one, man. I don't know about this one, man. You know what I'm saying? They can be fucking 2-7. Abandon shit, bro. Abandon shit, my nigga.
Ooh. See, this is one of them things that really should have happened in the off season, man. This should have had so he could be, in there like right now, because now Devontae's looked at to be the savior. You know what I mean? Like you came in at 2-4.
He should have went somewhere else, man.
Yeah, but listen, we
went somewhere else, man.
Listen, we talking. This is a guy who makes bad decisions on. Well, he's made a bad decision on where he should go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of all of the quarterbacks in the league, you chose. You said you chose. It's like you went to the store and said, that one. You chose Derek Carr. So am I really? I mean, like, bro, like you should really stick it out, my guy.
Yeah,
you should stick it out. Don't abandon shit. Stick it out. I mean, listen, it ain't like he got a guarantee. This is the last year of a contract for him. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. So who knows? They might not even be together next year. You know what I mean? But still, like the decisions that he made to go to Derek Carr lets us know you have you got bad judgment. You got bad judgment. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But,
yeah, and then what? The next thing that you said something about Wilson. We got to talk. Okay, what are we talking about with Wilson? Are we talking about? Is this going to be the next question anyway? Because what are we talking about? Are we saying that Justin Fields would have won that game today as well?
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
Now, and you think that he's making the exact same throws as Wilson?
Jordan, what I know, Russell Wilson is a better thrower of the football. What I'm saying is the big throws that we seen last night, he made those throws this year. He did that. He been doing that. I'm just saying to just take the man out of the whole rotation. It wasn't like they had a losing record. And remember, I told you last week. Matter of fact, I said, listen, some of those throws that Justin Fields didn't pull the trigger on, maybe Russ would have pulled the trigger on those throws. Maybe I said, don't be surprised if you see Russell Wilson in the starting lineup because Baltimore's on a 4-game winning streak right now. You know they lost to the Colts, or they lost to the Colts that week, whatever the case may be. And now Baltimore's on a 4-game win streak, and maybe they might put Justin Fields on the bench for Russell Wilson. Remember I said that? I said, so don't be surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm just saying, was it that bad to take the man out? Russell Wilson, I mean, Justin Fields would have damn sure won this game last night. There's no way. The Jets didn't go out there and do nothing crazy. They scored 15 points, and that was all in the first half.
Yeah. Nah.
And
I'm not.
Man, bro, look at the run game that the Pittsburgh had tonight, man. Look at the run game that they had. It wasn't like they just, come on, man. Justin, well, they beat them by 22 points. You don't think Justin Fields could have did that shit? Could have got out here and got a fucking dub? Come on, bro.
I mean, a lot of what's his name had a great game, man. It's not like not a great game. He had a decent game.
Yeah, he had a decent game, but Justin Fields been playing.
Had a decent game.
Justin Fields been playing
rating
good all season.
109 rating.
Yeah,
better rating than Justin Fields had all year.
That don't mean nothing, bro. That doesn't mean nothing. I hear you,
but I'll tell you what does mean something, that you can actually go down the field with like big explosive plays. What's his name? Yo, he played his first game, and he already has what was his long today? What was his long today? His long today was a 36-yarder, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it? Or it might have been something like that. No, that's not an average. No, it's not. No, it's not. I have to find that out quickly. But we have he's had more long plays than this guy has in that short span. What's his name had a 55-yard. That's his longest that he had. But what I'm saying is you can do those ones once in a while during your starting time in the 5 games that he played, or whatever it was, 6 games that he played. Russell Wilson has that and is more consistent at doing that job. And if you are able to do that job, Russell Wilson is more consistent at throwing the football down the field, which allows things to open up. If you are not able to do that on a consistent basis, they ain't scared of you.
Jordan.
They're willing to do certain things with you.
Okay, so Jordan.
And then it showed in the previous couple of games when they're barely scoring any fucking points.
Okay, so Jordan. You act like the throws that Russell Wilson was making today was just spectacular. They were fucking jump balls. And the other deep throw he threw was fucking underthrown. It hit the defender in the back, and George Pickens just made a great play on the ball.
Talking about that one. There was another one where I'm one hand as well.
Yeah, right. It was open. Justin Fields can make that play, man.
Justin Fields can't make that play as consistent as him.
Listen. You keep saying he can't make that play as consistent as him, but they 4-2 coming into the fucking season.
And it's not because of him.
Who is it because of?
Their defense.
So what was tonight for? Because they scored. The Jets scored 15 points in the fucking first half, and they scored nothing in the second half.
And the funny thing is, they won a game when they fucking scored 13 points.
Okay, what does that mean?
What I'm saying is that their defense is one of the big reasons of them getting wins.
Their defense is the big reason that they won tonight. Did you see Beanie? What's his name?
They also put the most points they've had in the season.
What did they have last week?
This is the most points they've had.
I know. I'm asking a question. So because they scored the most points against a team, hold on, wait a minute. No. Listen, Jordan. They were more explosive tonight because the Jets defenders, their DBs, are banged up. They're banged up, and they were basically kind of taking advantage of their defensive backs. So listen, if that's where you're going to, then we'll see what they do when they got to, when they obviously they're gonna beat the Giants. You know what I mean? Anything can happen against the Commander. When you got the Ravens, the Browns, the Bengals, and the rest of their schedule. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just see how they unfold. Since you're saying because they did this tonight, so against that beat up ass defensive back team. You understand what I'm saying?
I think that they're a better offensive team in a different way with him in the lineup than a Justin Fields in the lineup. That's what I'm saying.
What they going? Okay. Well, we're going. Okay. All right. I don't think you just take Justin Fields out. Russell Wilson, they do nothing tonight.
I agree with you with that.
He didn't do nothing last night to make me say, you know what? You damn right. I should have took Justin. I'm sorry. I should have took Justin Fields out of there.
I agree with you with that, though. I'm not sitting here saying that, man, because remember I said because they're 4-2 at the moment, I don't think they should just take Justin Fields out. We had the conversation before. I agree with you, but he made the decision to put him in there, and you see, I guess it's not a bad decision, eh? You know what I'm saying? Because I guess they see that they have to score more points. I don't know, 18, 13, 20, 27, 20, and then they have the 32
So
against,
so let me ask you a question.
Against the Raiders.
They scored 37 last night, right? Right? So that's what it has to be? He got to score 30 a game?
No, I'm not saying that.
So if Russell Wilson
during the other games, like he even the games that they've won, and they didn't score like 18, 13, and 20 points.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, and
yeah,
it's like the Falcons, Broncos, and the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, and then from watching, because I mean, we did watch the games, and so I don't think we spoke on it because we did speak on Russell Wilson and Fields before, and I said I would start Wilson. I think Twan said he would start Wilson, and you said you would start Justin Fields or whatever. But I'm saying that because he's a better thrower over the football, and that is like one of the big things that you and everybody else says. You have to be able to throw the football in order to win games, and especially if you're talking about winning in the playoffs, then why the fuck would I put Justin Fields in there when I know he can't throw the football as good as the next guy?
Okay, so just to piggyback on something, you brought up the Falcons. That's the first game of the season. You brought up the Broncos. That's the second game of the season. Then they dropped 20, and then they lost to the Colts, and they dropped 20 again. They dropped 30. They just scored 32 last week.
I know they did.
And so 5 points more. What they do? You know what I mean?
All I said was they scored more. But that's not even my thing is this. This is my thing. This is what I just said. I said, we talk about you need to be a good thrower of football, got to be able to throw the football in the playoffs in order to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you have one person that can throw the ball better than the other, but you're saying we are still going to go and play Justin Fields.
What I'm saying is your quarter with Russell Wilson is not doing nothing spectacular, so spectacular that you just take the man out of the game. He's providing passing and he's providing running as well. Along with their defense, along with their actual rushing offense. He's not doing bad, bro. He's not. He got over 1,100 yards in the season. He's scoring, passing, and running. He's doing that, man. He's not doing a bad job, bro. Not to just take the man out of the game.
I already said in the beginning, I agree with you that they didn't need to take him out because they were already 4-2. But if they did take him out, the one thing that you and the other people say is that you have to be a good thrower of football. So if you got to be able to make throws, and Justin Fields is doing that. So can I make the argument that if that is the case, then why in the hell wouldn't you play the guy that is a better thrower of the football? Whether you think he's a little bit better or whatever, or the same or a lot better, if you have one guy that can do that and has proven that he can win a Super Bowl, why would you not want to play that guy instead of the other guy? Because the guy you started with is 4-2, and he has a camaraderie and is building continuity with this team. He also is passing the ball where he's giving you 14 of 24, 15 of 27, 22 of 34, 25 of 32, 13 of 20, 17 of 23. That's what he's doing. He's running, he's throwing, and completing throws downfield to make plays to keep the chains moving. And y'all, you brought up the Super Bowl. My nigga, I hate when people bring up Russell Wilson and he won a Super Bowl. My nigga, you talking about the defense for the Steelers? You want to bring up the Legion of fucking Boom? Russell Wilson ain't leading that team to the Super Bowl without the Legion of Boom. They were the reasons they won that Super Bowl.
Everyone needs a team.
No. I'm with you. But listen, you just said who showed the capability. How many quarterbacks could you have put in Russell Wilson's position right there just to not turn the ball over and make the manageable throws and manage the game?
But Russell Wilson was, at the time, he was one of the best running quarterbacks.
Jordan.
Did you know that?
Jordan. Yes. Jordan.
And he was a great thrower of football.
I'm asking you a simple, just answer my question. Please, because you brought up the Super Bowl. That's what everybody like to do. It was not like he was out there leading them to promised land. That's not what he was doing. Don't turn the football over to Russell Wilson. We got a beast in the backfield in Marshawn Lynch. We know what he represents. We got some weapons out here, and we got a defense that's lights out, that's legendary. Just don't turn the football over. Russell Wilson went out there. He was managing the game. He's managing the game. So I get he won a Super Bowl, but let's not act like the Legion of Boom was not the number one reason and leader of that. Let's not do that.
I mean, I'm about to go. I'm gonna go watch all those games back and get my memory back to
Look.
Wagwan, and then
Yeah,
we
you
can
do
have a
that.
conversation
You
about
do
it.
that, and you let me know how I look.
But regardless of that, I'm talking about that simple thing that I just said, and you're saying, and your comeback to that was this, Big Mike. This is what your comeback was, that because he was 4-2, he started 4-2, and they already have a camaraderie and all that. So now that
You're building continuity.
Yeah, so they had all that, but they brought Wilson in. Shit,
look who they was playing. Look at that defense. They're beat up, bro. They're beat up.
And okay, whether you say they're beat up. Okay. They went. When Justin Fields was getting a couple of the wins, man won against the Broncos, who was a bunch of bullshit. Man won against the Chargers. Chargers is I don't even like to talk about the Chargers.
The Falcons bullshit.
The Falcons is a decent team.
Okay.
And they won 18-10. So you already know what happened there.
Okay.
Well, I swear that's when the field goal man got like bare field goals, bro. Like, what are we talking about? The field goal man, he couldn't even get into the end zone.
Bro, why are we sitting here acting like Russell Wilson is a motherfucking like a touchdown machine? Like,
no, my thing is my thing and my only thing was, and I said this before, was if you a better thrower of football and you know that you can rely on him to make those throws because Pittsburgh's going to be in the playoffs, and when a team shuts down them on a running basis and you can't run the ball and you have to throw the football, what are you going to do with Justin Fields? Nothing.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Cool. What are you going to do when they do that to Russell Wilson and you acting like the Steelers got motherfucking just bunch of weapons out here? Wait a minute.
Wilson do that better than Justin Fields. That's what I'm saying.
Is it going to result in a win or a loss?
I mean, we're not going to know that. What I'm going to know is
no. I'm asking you
with Russell Wilson.
How can you say that? And it's
because he's a better thrower of the football.
And he's a better player. You say he's a better thrower of the football, but Justin Fields is he's doing very, very well throwing the football, and he's giving you rushing attempts, evading pressure.
I guess there's a reason why they put him in there. It's not like Tomlin's some badass coach.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No, I said like there's a reason why. But regardless, I mean, that's my reasons why. Whether you don't have to agree.
All right, that's cool. You know how would you feel if you was Justin Fields? I know you a bit more lenient than I am. You like to just brush it under the rug and say, oh, well. How would you feel? You playing well for this team. They're 4-2.
No,
you're playing well.
I'm
asking the question. I'm playing well. I'm throwing the ball well, and I'm rushing the ball well, and we winning. What you doing if they, you know what? I'm going to put this guy in.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel like shit, of course.
It's not, I don't think it was wrong to me, you know what I mean? But that's cool. You got to do this.
I mean, I already told you that. Yeah. I agree with you that you didn't need to do that. But I still understand. I'm still gonna say this, and I stand on it. What I said before about the passing, and that's we gonna see.
Understand this. You just said, what if they shut down the rushing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're gonna depend on Russell Wilson to go out there and make all of the throws. They don't have a bunch of weapons. When you got Justin Fields in there, now you got an RPO, you got a running back you got to worry about, and you got a quarterback with legs you got to worry about.
I mean, that can get shut down too.
It's much more difficult to shut down Justin Fields and Najee Harris versus Najee Harris, because I'm not worried about Russell Wilson.
Then you're going to say I'm going to allow him to throw this ball. We could stack the box,
bro. Listen, but this is what I think this is what you failing to realize. They can stack the box anytime they want. They've been doing that this season. They've been doing that, and they was 4-2 with it. They've been stacking the box, and Justin Fields was making throws, and he was forcing them
making throws, bro.
All right, bro, this ain't going to go nowhere. I don't know what you've been watching, but it ain't going to go nowhere. I don't know what you've been watching, but we're going to leave it at that. I think that, we got Monday Night Football tonight. Go back and do some research, man. We got Monday Night Football tonight. We got your boy Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens in Tampa Bay, and we got the Chargers versus the Cardinals. I already know who you picking with the Ravens and the Buccaneers. I'm picking the Ravens. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not going to beat them. You feel me? They're not. You're going to be looking at, they threw for this many yards. They're not going to beat the Ravens. They're going to shut that run game down, make them pass happy, run the fucking ball like they want to, do what they want to do, and go out with a dub. Who you picking, Chargers or Cardinals? I know you high on Kyler Murray. You want to pick the Cardinals? I take the Chargers right now. Damn, hold on.
Where's the game at?
I think it's in AZ. It's in AZ.
I need a victory. I need one.
It's in AZ. I'm 9-6. I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Let me get my pen real quick. Take your pick, man. Take your pick.
It's not a good pick for me to pick the Arizona Cardinals, man.
Well, you big on Kyler Murray. You big on Murray. Why not? You are. You are big on Kyler Murray. You ain't gonna pick him? I got the Chargers. I'm not about to waste no damn time. I got the Chargers. And you know NBA coming up, you know what I mean? Today's Monday, you know, it start tomorrow on the 22nd. You understand me? So we're going to be doing them picks on Tuesday as well. But for right now, who you got, Chargers or the Cardinals? I need to know. You going to try to pick to be on my side? You want to lose or what? It ain't that hard. You are big on Kyler Murray.
It is.
Kyler Murray, James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr., Buda Baker on defense, Kaiser White on defense, out there doing what they do. Come on now, they in the desert. It's gonna be hot. The desert heat different from LA heat. It's windy out there in LA, baby. It's hot heat in the desert. Hot. What are you looking at? It's not an exam. Fuck it. Chargers.
I'll take the Cardinals.
Oh, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. You know what I mean? Thank you, sir. Jordan, and I will take the Chargers. So it's looking like I'll be 10-6 after tonight. You know what I mean? I'll take my victory and take my, and just pick accordingly as the weeks go on. You know what I mean? And make sure I get me another lined up for another jersey.
Today would have been a good one too, man.
Hey, listen, hey, it is what it is. You can't always get your way, man. You feel me? Things happen. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. We appreciate y'all listening to us. You know what I mean? Been on here about an hour and a half. You know what I mean? Happy Monday once again to everybody. You feel me? Make sure y'all pay attention to tonight's doubleheader football games. Baltimore versus Tampa Bay. Chargers versus the Cardinals. And we also know that tomorrow, the NBA season starts. It starts. My boy Jordan in the Warriors, he said they're going to the finals and winning the championship, so I'm holding him to that. I got it down in my book right here that they're going to win the finals.
Did I say win or we going to the finals?
Win.
They said we're going to the finals, no?
W-I-N, win.
No, I said finals. Western Conference, we win the Western Conference for sure.
Okay, well, hey, listen, you're going to win the Western Conference finals and go to the finals and win it then, right?
I mean, depends who we play. Then I'll let you know.
What's it matter? Y'all beat Boston already.
Make fights.
You're right. You beat Boston already in the finals, and you beat.
Styles make fights. It'll be a hard one to play against Philadelphia because you got Embiid.
Don't get me started on that right now, because we'll go for another hour.
Yeah. Your whole team is out. Don't get me started. Don't get me.
You got Maxey out with a thumb. You know what I mean? Your thumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, come on, dog. Come on now. Like,
he's out though.
Let's start. You know what? This is crazy. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, we appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things under the lights. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, I'm not even on Google Podcasts no more. Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you know what I mean? Make sure you keep listening, keep downloading. We see it. We here, you know what I mean? So keep rocking with us, you know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Jordan. You know what it is, man. How we rocking, you feel me? So listen, man, we're going to get up out of here. That's our show for the day, and we gone.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah.